Each day that passes, we are getting closer and closer to the inevitable Terrifier 3 worldwide release. And sadly for a lot of us here in the horror community, or just fans of the Terrifier franchise in general, a lot of details about the plot or the posters or the trailers, a lot of it has been kept very scarce. Well, that is up until this point, because you found the perfect video to get every single detail that we have so far about Terrifier 3. Today I kind of wanted to take a deep dive into this movie and everything we know so far when it comes down to the plot, the cast, the details, the posters, the trailers, everything about it. I wanted to take a very extensive and deep dive and just give you guys all of the details on everything we know. Obviously, I am a very big Art the Clown fan. I cannot wait for Terrifier 3, and I know if you're watching this video, you also cannot wait for Terrifier 3. So welcome back to the channel. My name is Haydxn, and today we are going to be taking a deep dive into Terrifier 3 and breaking down all of the details surrounding the movie so far. So without further ado, go ahead and grab yourself a snack and a drink, sit tight, and let's get into it. So when it comes to Terrifier 3, the first thing we all need to know is the official release date. Terrifier 3 will be opening worldwide on October 11th, but there is actually one place you can see this movie early if you do have the chance. On September 19th of this year, there will be a festival called Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas, and they have already announced themselves that the first day of the festival, they will be having a screening of Terrifier 3. So this is the first and only place that you will be able to go and see this movie before anyone else on the worldwide release date of October 11th. So if you're anywhere near Austin, Texas, or if you planned on going to Fantastic Fest, hopefully you can secure a position and go and see this for yourself. Another thing we should take a look at when it comes to Terrifier 3 is all of these posters that we have gotten so far. So the first poster that we got was an OG promotional poster, and it was actually revealed at the end of the Terrifier 2 screenings. It shows Art the Clown in a Christmas tree, and he's holding an axe, and he kind of has Santa Claus's face just wrapped around his neck. This basically told us that this movie was going to be taking place during Christmas time. So that was the first poster that we got a glimpse of Terrifier 3 and Art the Clown with, but that was up until they put the new updated promotional poster, which is this Art the Clown dressed as Santa Claus sitting with Vicky. This dropped when the teaser trailer for Terrifier 3 dropped, so this was yet another official quote-unquote poster for the movie. This one just shows us yet again this will be taking place in Christmas time, which we already knew, and I think that this is kind of foreshadowing a scene that we might get in the movie where Art the Clown is possibly taking care of business on a mall Santa Claus and maybe everyone else in the vicinity, and he's basically toying around with his victims and posing in the chair as Santa Claus. That's just my theory. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that would be pretty cool if that were to happen. But then we finally got the official movie poster from Terrifier themselves. They officially posted this and revealed it piece by piece. It was a really cool, like, promotional puzzle thing. I thought it was a good way to reveal the official movie poster. But what we have here is an official look at Art the Clown in Terrifier 3, and he's actually holding an axe, and in the reflection of the axe you can see his face. This is edited. This was done by an artist. So while yes, it is an edited picture and it's kind of a picture of Art the Clown that we have already seen from pictures of Terrifier 3, I do prefer this type of poster over the cartoony posters that we've gotten in the past. I for one prefer a way more realistic style of posters when it comes to movies, and this is basically what I got with this brand new poster. And this poster was just revealed like a couple of days ago, like 1 or 2 days ago. So we've gone through the release date and we've gone through the posters, but what else do we know about this movie? We now have a quote-unquote official runtime of the movie. This movie is supposed to run for 120 minutes, and that is according to Fantastic Fest screening website. So obviously it might not be exactly 120 minutes, but it will be in the ballpark of somewhere of 2 hours, but Damien Leone has already said that it will be shorter than Terrifier 2, and Terrifier 2 is actually 2 hours and 18 minutes. So if this is just 18 minutes shorter than the Terrifier 2, then it will still be 2 hours and we'll get plenty and plenty of Art the Clown. But now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about what makes the movie what it is, and in that I'm talking about the cast of the movie. So we will obviously see the return of the Terrifier 2 cast, and that includes notable names like Sienna as well as Jonathan. And it is said and shown in the trailers that we will get a much more prominent role for Vicky in this movie than we did for Terrifier 2. Obviously in the trailer we saw that Vicky is out of this this mental hospital, and she is helping Art the Clown take down these people one by one. So we will definitely be seeing Vicky do a lot more of the nasty side of things instead of sitting in a mental hospital. This is something that will definitely play to the advantage of someone being around even when Art isn't, so it's kind of like you gotta watch your back at all times. You knock down Art, here comes Vicky. You knock down Vicky, here comes Art. It's gonna be very interesting to see this tandem duo and see what they can do together. And then, like I said, the Terrifier 2 cast of everyone who wasn't killed off in the movie, they will be returning for this movie as well, and the most notable person is our final girl, Sienna. From trailers and from rumors online, it looks like Sienna and Jonathan might be living with some other people, and I've heard a lot of people saying that it might be an aunt and uncle. But additionally, we will be getting new cast members, obviously, other than the Terrifier 2 members that we've already seen in the past. But what kind of details do we got on the nitty-gritty, the plot of this movie? The official synopsis for Terrifier 3 reads that in the third installment of Damien Leone's breakout horror film, Art the Clown is set to unleash chaos on the unsuspecting residents of Miles County as they peacefully drift off to sleep on Christmas Eve. And another thing that Damien Leone himself has confirmed for all of us is that the first 10 minutes of this movie will be the most intense and grotesque thing that they have ever done in any Terrifier movie. He said that this will test true fans' ability to stick around and actually support and watch this movie, and it basically makes it sound like anything we've seen Art the Clown do in the past, it is nothing on what the first 10 minutes of this movie is going to bring us. So obviously we're thinking hacksaw scene, we're thinking bedroom scene, something that they have planned and done for this movie is way more intense and grotesque than that. I don't know how you can top those scenes. That's something that's going to be really interesting to see, but according to Damien Leone, the first 10 minutes of this movie will be grotesque, they will be controversial of some sorts, and they will be very intense, and that is how they are going to open the movie. So it's going to be so interesting to see what they do. Hopefully it's something that doesn't get a lot of people not wanting to support this movie anymore, but I'm assuming we are in for a treat when it comes to Art the Clown and what we know he can do. Damien Leone said that one of his main goals for this movie was to capture the grotesque and the spookiness of Art the Clown that was present in the first Terrifier movie. This is something that obviously slightly carried over to Terrifier 2 in certain aspects, but Terrifier 2 is definitely the least spooky out of the two films. And when we're talking about spooky or creepy, we're talking about the overall atmosphere of the movie, like the lighting or the way that the story played out and the silence. Damien Leone wanted to recapture something along those lines here for Terrifier 3 because he feels like that is what made Art the Clown in the Terrifier franchise what it is. Apart from going back to roots in that aspect, Damien Leone also said we will be getting more backstory on who Art the Clown is and how he turned out this way. This is something that I'm really happy about because obviously the biggest question for everybody when it comes to Art the Clown is who even is he? Is he some demon? Is he just a guy in makeup? How is he able to have these powers to teleport or bring himself back to life? Apparently some of these questions, and probably more that I can't think of right now, will be answered with Terrifier 3. So that is definitely something for all of us to look forward to in this new movie. And obviously I have a full video breaking down the trailer, the little teaser trailer that we got for this movie on my channel already, so you can go and check that out, and maybe there are some additional details in that as well. But in this video I've basically covered every single thing that we know about this movie so far, from Damien Leone himself, from David Howard Thornton, from the Terrifier 3 team. That is basically everything we know. It's rumored that we will be getting an official Terrifier 3 trailer either later on next week or maybe the week after. Obviously, we got to get a little more than we got in this teaser trailer, so it's going to be interesting to see when they decide to pull the trigger on that. And that will undoubtedly give us just a little bit more insight on this movie so we can get some more details. And as soon as that trailer drops, if it does, I will obviously be sure to break that down here on the channel as well. But what are my thoughts and opinion on everything? I think that this movie is going to be an absolute must watch. It is definitely my most hyped and anticipated movie of the year. Like, people thought that I was excited for like Longlegs or Trap or Smile 2, but Terrifier 3 has all of those beat in every single category for me, and I cannot wait to go and see this. October 11th, mark your guys' calendars because this is going to be an absolute must watch. You do not want to miss this. Unfortunately for Terrifier 2, I was not able to catch it in theaters because like the nearest theater that was showing the movie to me was like 2.5 hours away. That combined with the fact that it did drop on streaming platforms, I was able to just watch it at my house on the day of release, and it didn't really warrant a 2.5 hour drive. But this one's going to be dropping exclusively in theaters first, so I am definitely just taking the day and I'm going to a movie theater, and me and my dad, we're probably going to go and watch it together because this is one of our favorite things in the whole world. Art the Clown, Terrifier, everything about it, we just instantly fell in love. So that's something that I'm looking forward to personally for my experience. Are you guys going to go on release day and watch Terrifier 3? If you are, or if you are not, let me know down in the comments why. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel because I think it's the least you can do since I brought you all of these details, okay? I'm joking. Genuinely, please support me, please. If you're gonna like the video and subscribe to the channel, then obviously you need to click the notification bell as well because it is literally right there next to the subscribe button. I don't know why every single person isn't just clicking it and then clicking allow notifications or whatever it asks you. It's free, it's harmless, it only takes a minute, it helps me out a lot. My name is Haydxn. I'm very glad that you decided to stick around until the end of this video, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the very next one. Peace!
You